Okay, really, next year will be I'm say exactly a week ago, a week today, and in United is Kofi B and we're free. And that was and say Saturday, I did change Sunday and upper. We saw on social media and all that, and it's been a week and it's been confirmed. Yɛbɛma abusuafoɔ nyinaa yɛakɔ ɛne It's a sad one, it's a great loss. Young man, talented, you know, it's a big loss to the Ghana music industry. We've lost some young ones in the Ghana music industry. And I'm not gonna talk about the ones that we lost by accident or through accident, but the ones I say like maybe a Yariana, you know, these are like that's a bread. We lost that's a bread. It's a Yari Kakra. We lost Ronnie of Bookback fame. We lost Omani Pozo and so on. But I've been tempted to post something about Kofi B's loss because I knew him. I met the guy. I met the guy in person, and we did a song together. So I've been made to at least put out something there about Kofi B. I think it was somewhere in 2018. I met him somewhere in 2018 through a friend called Voltage. Big up to you, Voltage, man like Voltage, yeah. And then we spoke about doing a song together, he featuring on my song. And then he wasn't a friend, so I'll just say the little that I knew about him. I mean, with the few times that we met. Kofi B, I met. I mean, as I said, I met him through a friend. He did believe in himself, you know, as one of the best in Highlife music, which is a good thing, because as every artist, I mean, it's good to believe in, I mean, your potential and like what you can do before others too can believe in you. So that was a good thing. So the part the big be and agree was when he spoke he spoke about he not being interested in doing featuring and all that. And this was when we were talking about, you know, payment and all that. I mean, obviously I did not expect him to feature on my song and I mean do it for free. So at least send the transportation here, they also sorting it out, you know, at least with it for his efforts. So it was like as for him, he doesn't even do featuring, you know. So I mean, but I mean, you have as an artist, you know, like doing features also helps you promote and takes you to the next level, you know. I mean, helps with your branding as well, you know. So I quite disagreed with Kofi when he was like, even they do featuring and all that. So all the same, like you could see Castro all over the place. Apart from his songs his songs that he was making hits on his own. Now I think so. I said he was doing a lot of collaborations. Like he was almost all over the place doing songs with this artist, doing songs with that artist. So I quite disagreed with Bra Kofi B on that. Probably, his management did not advise him about uh, how featuring could also help him take take him to the next level. But anyway, so like you have a big artist like Odentry, featuring on a King Promise song. We never saw that coming, but I mean, anyway, fast forward. We agreed on doing a track. On my track with Kofi B. So we met at a P2 studio. And Kofi B came and I think we were in a car, so he had to listen to the song. My song that he was gonna feature on. So he listens. He's listening and he's like, "What's your name?" He goes like, "Why now to know?" Asking me if I'm the one singing. I don't know why he asked that. Probably my personality or my presentation did not look like the one that was singing. It was a Highlife song, by the way. So it was like, I said, yeah, I'm into no. So we listened and it's like, okay. We go in the booth and did this verse, and it was nice. By the way, for those of you who might not know Kofi B, he gave us hits like I think his first breakthrough was Mobrowa, and hits like Koforidia Flowers, which I was just playing, and Fia Donko. He also featured on Heavy, Obrafor's Heavy, you know. So, uh, yeah. And we did a song, and then we I never got to meet him again, but obviously I still heard about other tracks that he did and all that. Uh, it's a big loss. Young, you know, and the Kofi B that I met, no, you'll be at least a young man Utra Kakra, you know. I knew say a young man and at least Utra Kakra near you. But my question is, before his death, like, what could have made him give up completely on alcohol and change his diet and all that? We from afar, we could not we could not tell. We don't know much about his health and all that. But there's something called doctor-patient confidentiality. But when the person is no more, there's nothing like confidentiality about his health and all that. So we were told he was on some medications, no, or the medication. So or funny no near day. So now that he's gone, no, endpoint or you see end or no co endpoint man in the Ruby and on no near day. Until now, since you are now only hono, if you are your friend na your crown, that is when we should be able to find out from endpoints how serious was his health. I just said no, am I advising you against drinking alcohol completely and you man the medications and all that so and you know putting him on some special diets and some kind of foods and all that. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. He's a young man. You know, it's quite. It's quite sad. It's quite sad. And now the Ghana music industry. I think I would like to touch on this one since Kofi B was one of the young high life artists that we had, and now he's no more. The Ghana music industry, I think, they are more retired. Some of these old high life artists, you know, that were there. I mean, before this new crop of artists came in, you know, yeah. When we were growing up, you know, the high life music that we came to meet, you know, growing up, like the CK Mans, the Papa Youngsons, the Pat Thomas, uh, the Jimmy Lackers, you know, they are much of the days. I mean, I'm not uh, I'm not a sound engineer, and I'm not a technical person when it comes to music, you know. But I mean, I don't have to be to know the difference. There's a difference between the kind of high life I could be and the kind of high life that Kwame Eugene and Kidi are doing. I mean, I'm saying that they are retiring some of these high life artists. You know, I mean, when you say high life, take someone like Kofi B, take someone like Ofurian Ponsan, Dada KD, you know, Da Sibre, and others, the Kumi guitars and all that. You know, because right now the Ghana Music Awards, which is the biggest music awards we have in Ghana, it's like credits to Kwame Eugene. I mean, this young guy is doing very well, but he's won High Life Artist of the Year twice in a row. You know, I was listening to a program on a radio station, and it was like Omokobo show Kumasi, and Kofi B was on the bill. Dada KD was on the bill. Kwame Eugene was on the bill. Kidi was on the bill, and I think Okiri Kumante was. It was he was the organizer of that show or something. And Kofi B, I was like Kofi B, Ehun Kwame Eugene Kidi no. He went like, oh yeah, we go show another cause some grand crowd we, you know, you know, the Kofi B that I met like some of these high life artists, you know, they feel better, you know, like they're more sure more high life, not more to know, you know, now I'm not sure the kind of high life Kwame Eugene, Kofi, Kidimo, and others are doing now. And you do Ghana Music Awards and you say Kwame Eugene is the best high life artist of the year. Like if you say Kwame Eugene is doing high life, then I think say high life, you know, what's it? We categorize it like you know like okay, this kind of high life. This is gonna be Monsuni for you, Monsuni that Kidi Mone, the others, you know. This is the kind of high life they are doing. No, but because as a we know if you live it kakra, you know, like because as a the kind of high life they I mean they do is different from what the Kwame Eugenes and others are giving us. Uh, see, I agree with Kevin Boy when he says the kind of music that this young crop of artists are doing are Afrobeat. I agree with the guy because when we say Afrobeat, no, there's high life in Afrobeat as well. And see, the fact that you hear an element of high life in a song does not make it entirely a high life song. So the okay Kumate and the board at VGMAs sit down and say, okay, uh, they listen to a song and say that there's an element of high life in it, and so let's put it in the high life category. You know, that's how come you get a song like I Know My Level, Shatta winning the high life song of the year over the Kumi guitars, and I mean there may be an element of high life in it, but we growing up now, you high life, I mean, we don't see that as high life, So I mean, with the demise of Kofi B, I just felt I touched on this, like high life for no honum, high life for no honum, but it was we really have to know how to separate them and put them in. Put them separately, so we know maybe I will be having longer, so like so the others will not feel bitter, when they meet the young ones now, they will not feel so bitter, about I mean the whole everything is being organized, I would like to say big ups to the organizers of Mogo, that's Music of Ghana Origin uh, Festival and Awards, uh, who are giving recognition to some of these artists doing music of Ghanaian origin. As I found out about Mogo a few days ago, and the awards they gave to the Penny High Life, and someone like Kwabna. I mean, that's why I mean, as we are retiring some of these because as a okay, so Kwame Eugene is the king of or the prince of high life. So the likes of Kwabna and all this. I mean, they are still active. They are still they still doing me. They still right. But as a their high life, is not like you put them in the same you know category with the Kwame Eugenes and all that. No, I'm just saying that like we should. I was say any amount to 2 years, you differentiate. Say okay, this is this kind of high life. This is that kind of high life. So Mogo, no, I think that I mean they're doing great. Recognizing some of our old high life musicians, and also you know giving the recognition and awards to some of the new crops, like the Kofi B's and all that. In conclusion, your best rate, say on for Kofi B currency it's a big loss to the Ghana music industry. And rest in peace, bro. We met. Uh, Please share and comment. Let me know if I make sense or not. It's your DJ must be GH. Alright. Okay. Peace out.